quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Ben, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And the slot man goes in motion left. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set up a terrific field position with 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but and he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. That's He fooled there. Nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now here's Mahomes. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 14-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Booker is on target. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic first do no harm. Right now they're lining themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. In motion left is a running back. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mike Burton taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Booker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. It's still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. 17-0 our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. He probably saw me twitch there for him because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. They snap it to Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It goes as a pickup of 23, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Herbert. For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Trying to hit, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return, Carter. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close, that close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. That's complete to the tight end Everett. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they can come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Now a hit and a loose football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
Waste of time.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Here's Herbert. Touchdown! Gerald Everett from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here comes Carter. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jerick McKinnon, from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd down. Herbert now. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They go play fake. Mahomes. No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And out across midfield down to the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Mahomes. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of it...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of the time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert going to throw. Finding Allen, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down. Herbert to throw. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Mahomes steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Finding Hardman. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Mahomes being chased out left.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now it's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give him a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gap.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game.
Oh, that's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind
line victory. They'll cherish this one for a while.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls.